Hi everyone, this is Susie. Welcome to my channel and I'm so happy that you're here to join me today. So what I want to talk about today is something that is kind of seasonal and it's a topic that is on everyone's mind if they are considering moving to Thailand at this time of year. So for those who are not aware of it yet, February is usually the start when the air quality here in Chiang Mai gets worse and worse. I mean, we do love Chiang Mai for a number of reasons. We love the culture, the community, we love the nature, the friendly people. There's just so many things to love. How affordable it is, how you get a good value for your money. But at the same time, there are also some drawbacks to consider, especially if you're thinking about living in this part of Thailand long term. And like I said, it is during this time, February, going into March and then up to May, sometimes early June, when the air quality is not the best. It's what we call the burning season, and it's almost as predictable as the other seasons, rainy, sunny, and cooler seasons here in Thailand. So why does this happen and how bad is it? And what can you do? How do you cope with it? How do you stay healthy? And should you leave Chiang Mai during this time? So these are the topics that I will cover today. And at the end of this video, I will share a few places that we have actually considered moving into in the past, but we still decided that we're gonna stay here in Chiang Mai anyway. So the burning seasons or smoky season, however way you want to call it, usually starts by middle of February and then extends up to May. But the timing and how severe the haze is depends on a few factors such as the weather and human activity. So for example, if there are unseasonal rains, then the smoke becomes less severe. And then, if there are less burning happening, whether it is intentionally set or naturally occurring, then that also makes the smoke issue less. So why does the burning season happen? Well, there are three main reasons why it occurs. When the weather is dry and hot, wildfires easily start, and then the smoke descends into the valleys and remain there because of the cooler temperature, and there's no rain during these months of February, March, April, and May. So some set fires to clear the underbrush to promote the growth of rare and prized mushrooms. And then the third is burning crop fields. Farmers burn their leftover rice straws, corn stalks after the harvest season to prepare the field for the next planting season. Back in March 2019, the highest recorded AQI level is 600 plus. So that is extremely bad. That is hazardous for the health. And during that time, the sky is brownish gray. That's how bad it is. It's like a thick fog in the sky of brownish gray hue. And then later in the day, the midday sun kind of burn off the smoke. So there is very minimal improvement in the air quality during around 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And then it gets worse again at night, and then it's more evident in the early mornings and so on. So there are many ways that people cope with the burning season. Number one is during those months, some foreigners leave their homes in Chiang Mai and they make it the time to visit their home countries. For example, in the US or Europe, the weather is more favorable because it's not too cold and not too hot. And then they sublet their homes in Chiang Mai, or if they have pets, they have a stay in pet sitter or house sitter. So someone's looking after their pets and their house while they're away for 2 months. But for other people who are on a single entry 1-year visa, like an ED visa or a volunteer visa, they just go to the islands where the air is cleaner than in Chiang Mai. So these are, Phuket, Krabi, Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, or Koh Lanta. if you cannot absolutely leave Chiang Mai, maybe because of school or your job, or you just think it's not quite affordable to, to rent two places, like one in Chiang Mai and another wherever you go, like in the islands or whatever. So your option is to get an air purifier for your home. Some people even get an air purifier for their car. And then when you go outdoors, you wear a mask, a KN95 mask. Or if you're going to restaurants and cafes, you go to those areas that have, you choose places that have air purifiers. Thankfully, there are so many restaurants and cafes in Chiang Mai that have air purifiers. So, should you leave Chiang Mai during the burning season? Well, if you have the ability and the budget, and you have the freedom to do that, I would say yes, because it can get pretty bad, and you can't really enjoy Chiang Mai during the smoky season because your options are limited. You cannot really go hiking or go to the park. You have to stay at home, or you go to the mall where it's nice and cool and they have an air purifier. So, if you're an outdoor kind of a person, Chiang Mai is not super enjoyable during the smoky season. So, like I said in the beginning of this video, I would like to share 3 places where we considered moving in to if we were not living in Chiang Mai. So the first one is Bali, specifically in Ubud, because we really liked it there during our visit. We visited Ubud twice, but whenever we went there, it was only for 2 weeks. So you know, being a tourist versus living there long term are two different things. We almost lived in Ubud because the long term visa is not that difficult. There are many options for our situation. However, we found that cost of living is a bit higher compared to Chiang Mai. So accommodation was more expensive, rent, food, and it's just more has some more touristy vibe for us. Another place that we considered was Da Nang in Vietnam, in central Vietnam. We were, like I said, we were there in 2020, from March 2020 to January 2021 because of pandemic. We really liked it there. It was cheap. It's there are many there are many vegan, vegetarian restaurants. Plus the visa for, long-term visa is a bit more complicated. So that is kind of a big obstacle for us. And then we also almost moved into Dumaguete in Philippines. It has a small town vibe even in the city. So that is a plus point for us. And of course, since I'm a Filipino, I don't have any issue in terms of staying there for however long. And also with foreigners, their long stay visas are pretty straightforward. But after considering these 3 places that I mentioned, we felt that Chiang Mai is still home for us. I mean, it's not perfect, especially during this time of the year, during the burning season. However, during the rest of the months, it works for us. And I believe anywhere we go, there will always be some things that we are not too crazy about, and some things that we love. I think it's all about finding contentment and weighing the pros and the cons. If the good outweighs the bad, then there's your answer. And I'm sure not everyone would agree with this, but for me, Chiang Mai is still home. It's not just about the cost of living, but it's the whole package for us. And I think at the end of the day, that's what really matters. Because there's no such thing as a perfect place. Even if you think you live in paradise, there will always be challenges. That's just how it is. It's just a matter of, you know, it's just a matter of finding peace within you, finding peace wherever you are, and you always have the freedom anyway to leave and go somewhere else if that place doesn't work out for you anymore. I hope this video has given you insight on what it's like during the burning season, because it's a question that many of my viewers ask me about Chiang Mai. And that's just all I have to say. These are the facts. The air quality is not great during March and April. It starts to get bad by February, and then it improves by June when the rainy season comes. So if you are extra sensitive to poor air quality, And if you can postpone your trip to Chiang Mai, then I think that's a good idea, because you cannot enjoy Chiang Mai that much anyway when it's too smoky and too hot and humid. Your options to visit places would be limited. For us, we will probably be here. We will be here in March, April. We'll probably spend a couple of weeks in Koh Lanta, although we have not finalized our plans yet. But it's really hard when you have to pay double rent, because we are renting a place here in Doi Saket. So it's not really economical or practical to rent another place in Koh Lanta for 2 months. So we're just gonna get by with an air purifier. We are going to do the best we can, and that's also what other people do during this time. So thank you again for watching this video. I hope this has been informative and helpful and valuable for you. And I wish you an amazing year, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.